There is a lot going on this week, so let's go ahead and talk about it. I hope that you guys learned something new, and if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. That being said, yes, let's talk about the first good news so far. There has been an EU, European Union deal that is now being agreed upon. 0% tariffs on US exports, 15% tariff on EU imports, 750 billion in US energy sales, and 600 billion extra EU investment. So that is the good news. What is the bad news? President Trump says that he is very disappointed in Russian President Putin and will reduce the 50-day deadline set for him. So again, there's some form of disagreement going on right now when it comes down to Russia and the US because of these two. The other thing that I want to bring up is, again, this is, I would say, kind of more important for this week, is that President Trump says that Fed Chair Powell is leaving very soon and he will miss him. First off, that is just Trump being petty. And I wouldn't say that Jerome Powell is leaving because he needs to. It's that his term ends on May 2026. So there is no expectation that Trump has any power to actually remove him. There is supposedly an investigation that, again, a lot of MAGA people continue to talk about, but if you actually pay attention to the actual investigation, you know that it's complete BS and there's no grounds on it. If there were to be any investigation, it would literally take months to get Jerome Powell removed, which, again, he's already just a few months away from his position ending on May 2026. So it's important to have common sense in a market full of greed. With that being said, I also want to make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on this week. We've talked about this series of earning reports that are going to be released starting off on Wednesday. Is kind of when it really gets going. Meta, Microsoft, and Robinhood are all set to report earnings after the market closes. I'll leave it up to you guys. I don't have to go live. I would be more than happy to. I'm also thinking of uploading a video that is both a fundamental and technical analysis on the Magnificent 7 stocks that are going to be reporting earnings. So let me know if you guys would like me to do that. But with that being said, these three are reporting on Wednesday after the market closes. On Thursday, it's Apple, Amazon, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase, all reporting after the market closes on Thursday. If you want me to host that live stream, all I literally ask you to do is smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications so YouTube notifies you when it is that we go live and we can watch the market react so you're not surprised, again, if they beat or miss earnings, depending on the gap up or gap down. We'll catch it all live in real time. Also, I wanted to make sure that this was made very, very clear. On Wednesday, 2 hours before the market closes, there's going to be an FOMC rate decision that is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. And then 30 minutes after, Jerome Powell will host a press conference, and this is where he will explain how they came to their decision and answer analyst questions. To me, that is almost more important than a lot of these companies reporting earnings, because remember, Trump is desperate for rate cuts. That's all the market has been wanting. So will Jerome Powell actually cut rates? As of right now, according to market's consensus, the expectation is no. That based off of the most recent inflation report for the CPI report, inflation is going away from the 2% target, not working towards. So therefore, data does not support it. It's not about an opinion. The Federal Reserve has made it very clear that they have been data dependent, meaning that they want to be closer to their 2% target before they start to aggressively cut interest rates. We are working away 2%. So therefore, doing the opposite. In my opinion, this would only mean that the Federal Reserve is less likely to cut interest rates. But again, you can never predict the future. So we'll see what actually gets reported. And this is going to be a big one to see how the market reacts versus what it is that is being reported. My recommendation for beginners that are watching earnings for the first time is pick one stock, pay attention to it. It's not that you have to trade it or invest it. It's just understand and really understand what the market's expectation is for this company, earnings per share, revenue, and what sector within that company is really what analysts are focusing on. And then based off of that, from what is reported versus what is expected, we'll see how the stock reacts. But at least, again, there's so many stocks that are reporting earnings, it can become very overwhelming. Remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. It's just focus on the one stock that's of interest to you, understand it, become familiar with it and what is expected to report, and then you could see the market actually react after it actually reports. So therefore, you prepared for one stock before it reported earnings. I almost forgot to show you one of the algorithms I'm backtesting. For those that have not seen, this is the Moomoo trading application. Not only do they allow you to backtest any algorithm that you either use as one of their presets, or you can create one on your own based off of your own trading strategy. You backtest it, you test it just like we did, a 15% return, a $1,500 gain. And once you have it working just like you want it to, you can actually implement it on a real trade. And you might be asking, well, this doesn't seem very beginner focused. You're right. It's tailored to more of the experienced trader. So if you're tired of your beginner trading platform, this is something that you have to test out. And for a limited time right now, you can have an initial deposit of anywhere from $100 to $5,000 and receive a huge sign-up bonus. On top of that, they have an 8.1% APY, which means that you earn 8.1% on any uninvested funds. So even while you're still learning and your funds are just sitting in your account, you are still earning. Again, if you want to download Moomoo to learn more, first link in the description down below. So I'm excited to kind of share this experience with you guys, especially if you've never tuned on in before. Again, this is not one that you want to miss, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. That being said, I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.